topic too, so it's always fun to cover new ways to save or, answer what issues we're having with saving and couponing. So our goal is to dive in and try to get across a lot of information, usually in 1 hour. If you've got questions, leave them in the comments and I will see them, or my husband will see them, and between the two of us, hopefully I will get them answered. So if for some reason I miss them, feel free to ask them again, or you can always send me a message at the end of the video or an email too. But usually we're pretty good. So tonight's topic is saving more at the grocery store. So we cover basics a lot, the gist of getting the best deals and finding the sales, but I kind of wanted tonight to be kind of like a 201 class. Some of the advanced topics that we don't always get to, and that's tricky. It's tricky because I have no doubt some folks watching are brand new, and that's okay. So if you are diving in and you want to learn how to save money, I still encourage you to watch and join in with us, but I may end up telling you, you know what, let's head over. I actually just posted the 2-hour-long workshop that we did online, the live workshop that we did online. I just got that up on YouTube. So I'll share that link with you guys in a bit, but I would probably encourage you to watch that. It's just truly the basics of how to get started. And that's important, but you don't have time to get into a 201 class if we just hang here and do basics. So I want to dive in to the more advanced things, and that's kind of the goal. So William is saying, how do you save money at Publix the most? Because every time we go, we still end up spending between $300 and $400. That would be a panic moment for me, William. So for us, I will say we rarely spend even $100 in the grocery store. We're really more on like the $75 range. But part of that is truly never needing anything. So that's the only bit of basics that I wanted to hit on for tonight, because if you don't have like the meat and potatoes here, then the advanced means nothing. So there are two big basics that we need to put together from the very beginning. First off, our goal is to only buy things when they are on sale and never when I need them. So this is not, let me sit down and make a long list of what we're out of and head to the store. This is really, let me look at what is on the list on Southern Savers, let me look at what's in the weekly ad and focus only on those sale items. If I have to have something, then it might even mean a second trip to the store, but more often, or a different store, more often than not, if we have to have something, we'll actually figure out a way to do without that item. Now, I'm not talking toilet paper here, guys. I'm talking if a recipe calls for something and you don't have it and it's not on sale, let's not make that recipe this week. Let's change things around so that we can fit within what we do have or what is on sale. That's the gist here, to not pay full price. So I want to only buy things when they're on sale, and then the other half of the equation, I want to buy enough to last me until it's back on sale. And that's the part that a lot of folks don't realize. Grocery sales are like clockwork every 6 weeks. So if I go in today and these are buy one, get one, this is really last week, they're buy one, get one, I want to get enough, or actually I guess it's still running, I want to get enough to last me until they are no longer, until they're back on sale. So this is a go-to breakfast for me, and now go-to for my big girls as we have cross-country practice started back up at 6 a.m. every morning. This becomes breakfast. Then I need enough of these to last 6 weeks, which can be a lot, and that, telling you how many people are eating them now, but you get the idea. If I don't get enough, then come 3 weeks, we're completely out, and they are not on sale. That is not a good thing, because then we're not going to buy them. I will not grab them until they're back on sale, even though we want them. We will find something else to eat for breakfast, but that's the gist. Buy it when it's its best price and buy enough to last you until it's back on sale. So one other thing on that is that I want you to focus on, what that enough is. It is not getting 42 boxes of these. It's getting enough for 6 weeks. It will be back on sale. I promise. It's not the last sale, so don't go overboard. just getting it when it's on sale and getting enough. That's the basics, definitely the basics. Now, to try to knock down that savings even more, that's kind of our goal tonight, to go beyond the basics. We'll sit there and we're going to go through a lot of things. If you've got questions, though, please feel free to shout them out. Sorry if some folks are having, Kim says she's having some audio issues. If you are having audio issues, if it's in and out, you can always jump over to Southern Savers and watch directly at the top of the site on YouTube. So you've got two different streams at the same time. I promise it's the same video between YouTube and Facebook, and you can pick if one is messing up. But I think it's working for most people. And Jillian says, I've got my husband trained. We do not buy it unless it's on sale and we have a coupon. Perfect. Now, it took us a few years to get everybody in this house trained, Jillian, so that's pretty good. My kids are definitely there now. They no longer ask, hey, Mama, will you buy Pop-Tarts? It is, Mama, when will Pop-Tarts be back on sale? That's the right question. That is how it works. So to dive into other things, and I'll jump back in and get to other questions in a bit. The first thing that I want us to hit on as we are going through is going beyond the basics. The first part sometimes is actually finding more coupons. So you've decided that you need to get enough for 6 weeks. That doesn't mean that I just go in with one coupon. So if I'm going in and, this past week we bought 6 boxes of these, and I know that sounds crazy, but between 4 of us eating them at 6 a.m. for breakfast, and I think there's only 5 bars in the box, that's not going to last a super long time. But we did. We got 6 boxes. Well, that means that I want enough coupons to be able to do that. So the coupons for this guy are 50 cents off 2. There was $1 off 2. But I want to go in with 3 coupons then, because I'm buying 6 boxes. Each coupon is off of 2 boxes. I need 3 coupons. There are other moments where, the coupon's off of $1 off of 1. I want multiple coupons. So to start there, you do want to use the database that is on Southern Savers. If you've not ever been there, the database on Southern Savers has thousands of coupons in it. And when you are on the top of the site, you can come in. Let's see if I can get this to just pull up the one screen I want. There we go. When you're at the top of the site, and let me slide it over for you, you'll see the coupon database button right here. I kind of have it slid over to the side just so it's not taking up the full screen right now. And the database is going to let you type in anything that you're looking for. You can go brand specific or not brand specific. You're going to find a ton of offers here, and it's a good place to get started. Between printables, digital coupons, you get the idea. Now, one of the perks here is folks always ask, how many inserts should I get? I don't care how advanced you get. I really don't think you need to go overboard on inserts. I've heard some people teach that you need 1 set of inserts per person in your house. That to me sounds insane because you've got to keep up with that. I have 7 people in my house. I am not getting 7 inserts every week. I get 4. That's still a lot and way more than some of you folks need. But one of the reasons for that, I just searched the database for Pampers, and I'll try to make it as big as I can for y'all. But going through and searching the database, look at all the offers for Pampers. Now, yes, some of them here, I'll even put in the word diapers, so we get more reduced. A lot of them are digital coupons, but still, I can use these at each and every single store. So if you needed to stock up, I've got a CVS coupon, I've got a Buy Low coupon, I've got a Publix coupon, and I can basically hit the deals as I need to. I have a set of coupons to use in every store in town when you start to pair in all those digital offers. So when you start to look at it this way, there's a lot of Pampers coupons out there without needing to get the paper. So I'm not saying you can do it without the paper. I'm just saying you don't need a ton of them. But don't forget about all your digital offers. There's a lot that are there. With getting inserts, you can order them if you want. Every time I broach this, folks always ask where. I do order mine from SundayCouponInserts.com. You do not have to do that, but the bigger the city, the more coupons are in that city's paper. So that is part of the reason that we do it. The other reason for us personally is that we live out in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes the paper comes and sometimes the paper doesn't come. And this way I always know that it'll be there. So you can order your inserts, just to throw it out there. And again, that URL is SundayCouponInserts.com. There are a lot of places that do this. That is just where I order mine from. So not saying that's who you have to use either. just saying that it's an option. Now, if you wanted more, and we just did a Q&A on how to find more coupons, but my biggest tip for you is directly to the company, and don't forget that every company has their phone number, let's see if I can get that there, on their product. So I don't even have to go hunting. Every single product has the phone number on it. Facebook message them, call them, whatever you want to do to get a hold of them, and tell them, I love your product. Will you send me some coupons on it? Or I tell them something was wrong. They're going to send you coupons. That's how they respond. So finding more coupons is always in your best interest because, again, if I'm buying 2 or 3 of something, I want a coupon for each one that I'm buying. Now, to kind of go past that, one other tip that I have for you on printables is it used to be a tip that you could get 2 printables per device. So 2 per laptop, 2 per phone, and you can still do that, but you can actually take this a little further if you want. You are able to get really 2 per browser. Lately. So I don't know if anyone else has found this, but for me, anytime that I find an amazing coupon, I'm able to print it from Chrome and then pull up Firefox and print it again through Firefox. Those are the only 2 that I tend to use. So if you're on Internet Explorer still, it is time to join the rest of us and experience the real World Wide Web here. But Chrome and Firefox are great for printing coupons, and I can get 2 from Chrome and 2 from Firefox. On that note, before we move on, I mentioned this a lot, but it's an important one. With printable coupons, you can see how this guy has 2 barcodes, one down here, one up here. This barcode is different on every single coupon. So if that print preview box pops up and you see the little print how many copies? 1. It's always 1. Because if you say to print 2 or to print 3, then this barcode will be the same. It will be identical. It is a copy at that point. Your store will try to reimburse both of them, or they'll let you get the money, but they'll try to get money back from both of them, and they will not get redemption on both. They will only get their money back on one. Now your store hates printables, so never go copy 2. When that print preview box pulls up, copy 1, go long way back, print them again, but that way you have legit printable coupons. And Miss J is saying, what about Safari? It's fine. Safari is great too. I'm on a Mac, but I never use Safari. And it's from just being on the internet all day long. I'm much happier in Chrome and Firefox. But if Safari is your happy browser, then go to it with Safari and you're going to find the same thing. I'm able to print 2 per browser. And it's really because of the way that the printable coupons are working now. And I guess I should clarify here. I'm really specifically meaning coupons.com. The ones that you have to download, the PDF that you download, those are not going to allow multiples per browser. Those aren't even really having anything to do with your browser. But the ones that are coupons.com specific are going to let you do 2 per browser. So you can open up and go to town across all of them if you wanted to. We can download Opera, and what are some of the other ones? I was just reading a long list of various browsers that are out there because the whole world is deciding that they don't want browsers to track them. Okay, so to jump in, let me see. I've got some other coupons coming through. And my husband's listing them out for me now. Dolphin is another one. I've never heard of that one. I've heard of the search engine DuckDuckGo, but never heard of Dolphin. So Heath and Sarah say, buy low or Publix, which one is best? So I go between both of them. And I guess let me answer your question with a longer spiel. How do you decide what store to be in? Because that is definitely taking your savings up a notch depending on the store that you pick. So to just compare buy low and Publix, for example, or throw in Harris Teeter or some of those other stores, if I have a store in my area that doubles coupons every day of the week, so that's buy low every day of the week, then buy low is probably going to nudge ahead of Publix in my book for a couple of reasons. Not only do they double coupons, and they have no limit on the number of coupons that they double, meaning if you come in with 40 different coupons, not 40 of the same, but 40 different coupons, they're going to double all of them if they were the right amount. But they will also take Publix store coupons. So if I can walk in with all the Publix competitor coupons and have them double coupons, and they still run a ton of BOGOs, it's probably going to turn out to be the better of the two options. But I will still tell you that I look at both lists once I get both of them done, and I still decide what store do I want to be my big store, and I base it off of how much is on sale that week. I'm still going to both of them, but that's just because I'm trying to get unadvertised deals for you guys. I don't actually tend to shop both of them. That takes way too much time for me to get two big lists and do a big shopping trip in both of them. I don't need to do that. But in general, a store that doubles, a store that takes competitor coupons, a store that has a ton of BOGOs is going to win over other stores. And it also depends a little bit on what is nearby for you and what's convenient. But those are the things that I would look for the most. I know a lot of folks love Kroger. I'm not a big Kroger person, and that is mostly my preference on that. Kroger still has great sales, but I tend to focus more on buy one, get ones. It's easier for my brain to pick them out. It's easier for my brain to know that this is the lowest price for that item. And Kroger can be all over the board, and you never know whether you're getting the lowest price or you're not. So I just long ago got more comfortable in my BOGO stores. But you could throw Kroger into the mix as well. Just keep in mind that they don't double if you're trying to decide, but they still have some great sales with their mega events. Let's see. Oh, and I know Miss J saying if I was traveling to New York City anytime soon, would love to host a workshop. Basically, I am not going to be in New York City anytime soon. I usually go once in the summer for an event, and I'm not going this summer. Okay, let's jump through some other things really quick. And Jillian saying, I don't have much else to choose from up here in Ohio. Kroger is what you've got. And, you know, Kroger's great. I kind of want to pester her and get someone to come on and join me so I can do like a one-on-one interview. But someone who helps me with Southern Savers and with writing things for Southern Savers sent me some messages this week and was asking me a bunch of questions about Kroger. And then she ended up saying, you know, I've decided to stop going to Aldi and to start going to Kroger. It's like, what? We've won you over, which is exciting. And Kroger was just the store that was closest to her. But for her, it was the mega events, and it was the tons and tons of digital coupons, and not having, she didn't coupon already. You know, I know. Why are you helping with that? It should be like a requirement. If you want to help me with the site, you have to coupon. But I'll let some people in sometimes. And we've converted her. So it was just the digital offers. It was Kroger markdown meats. You know, it depends on what you're grabbing and what's making you happy in your store. If you can find the deals there, then great. But store policies are something that you want to at least consider. If you've got some options, consider store policies so that you can get the best options for sure. Okay, so to dive into a few other things then, let's see, we're slowly making it through a very long list that I have for tonight, so hopefully we'll get to everything. Mobile apps are definitely a big one. I've had a lot of questions recently, so in terms of mobile apps, I really wanted to hit on just some general advice for how to make these work a little bit better for you. For example, Publix had a deal. It doesn't have it anymore because the offer is gone. But we had olive oil that was buy one, get one, and we had $2 off Ibotta offers. So big tip for you, if you are trying to get the most out of mobile apps, please take full advantage of the barcode search features that are in these mobile apps. And what I mean by that, if you click on the search bar at the top, and then you click it again, it is going to pull up the barcode. So I have to click it twice, but it's going to pull up the barcode. I can scan the barcode of the product. It's usually super fast, and it's going to tell me whether or not there's an offer. And there is. This is the easiest way to do it. Not only to find them and load them, but also if you're in the store to not get bitten by a deal that is no longer there. Because you scan the barcode right before you checked out, basically for me, right before I put it in the cart, so that I know that I'm buying the right item, and I've gotten hit by that one before, and you know that the Ibotta offer is still available. So if you went in now and you tried to get the California or the Lindsay California olive oil, which was a really good price for olive oil, it was buy one, get one, and the $2 off Ibotta brought it down to $1.74 a bottle. Olive oil is normally like $6.50, $7.50 or more, so that's a good price. But if you went in now, the Ibotta offer is gone. And so that always happens. When an offer is really good, when it lines up with a deal, they do go quickly. This way you won't miss it. Another reason to do this, to show you another example, let's see if it's even still there. We've had Real Good Pizza that has been buy one, get one at Kroger here recently. Sorry, my phone takes a little bit when it is attached to the computer. So you just have to be patient for a second. But, oh, come on. Real Good Pizza is buy one, get one at Kroger. It's not going to show it to us at all. And we've got $3 off Ibotta offers for that right now, hopefully. But this is another change because a week and a half ago, this Real Good, here we go, it expires in 7 hours. So you're all going to have to hop offline and go buy pizza. But I'm more just showing you the point here. Last week, this offer for Real Good Pizza was a limit of 5. Now it's a limit of 1. But if I scan the offer in the store before it goes into my buggy, I don't get hit by that one either because I'm not going to see the limit of 5. I can see that it's a limit of 1. I can go ahead and load it while I have it up there. Yes, add it to Kroger. I am not going to go to Kroger tonight, but you get the idea. It's unlocked and it's saved. But scanning it in the store is going to save you so much frustration for sure. Okay, let's see. So another one that I'm also getting a lot of questions on, especially with Ibotta right now, since I have this up in terms of trying to answer folks' questions that I know I get in email, is a lot of people are frustrated with Ibotta and linking directly to Publix. So we've already got ways to link Ibotta directly to a number of stores. It is actually pretty sweet because you don't have to take pictures of your receipt anymore. I just go to Kroger and I buy this Real Good Food pizza, and I am going to get that money in my Ibotta account without having to do any work because Kroger is going to tell them. So I do recommend that you link your stores, but Publix, now that they have become linked, there is some frustration here. It's taking almost a week for offers to load the money into your account, and they're not telling you when it loads. They're just putting it in there. So if you are getting baffled by that, you can click on My Account that's down in the bottom corner, and then you can click on Transaction History, and you'll be able to see every little bit that you've made, and you'll be able to see when that Publix amount hits your account. But you will not get an email when it hits, like you do for every other store when you earn money with Ibotta. Publix, for some reason, is not triggering an email, and it's taking a really long time. So you just need to be a little bit more patient when you're loading offers in Publix. Okay, so let's see. I don't want to miss anybody's specific app questions while I have it up too, but in terms of mobile apps, we've also done a lot of Q&As that are 100% mobile app as well. So I think I'm good, but if I missed your question, I guess we can come back to it. Trying to think couponing should, I agree with you, Carla. Couponing should be taught in school. Like every high school senior should learn how to save some money and how grocery sales work for a big one. Okay, William, great question. So let's talking store policies. I mentioned, picking a store that takes competitor coupons, and William says, what about Target's coupons that are in their ad? So this week, the $5 Target gift card, or last week, $5 Target gift card when you buy cheese. You could take that to some stores. It depends on whether or not stores accept Target as a competitor. So what you need to do is ask your store, who is a competitor for this store, and just find out what that list is. Most of them have that list very set in stone. It doesn't change. I will tell you it's rare, incredibly rare, to find a Publix that will accept a Target competitor coupon. There are a number of buy lows that will accept them, but you just need to ask your store, who is a competitor for this store, and then you're good to go. It's not going to change once you have the list, but yes, if your store takes it, then by all means, take those $5 Target gift cards in for when they run them on meat, when they run them on cheese, yogurt. I don't go to Target for meat and cheese. I think that's why they run these coupons, but I will gladly take them other places. So it's just finding out what those stores are I know in our area, Lowe's Foods will take them. Some buy Lowe's will take them, and you may even find a Harris Teeter that will take them. They're a little bit more picky on the types of coupons, not necessarily the store, but the types of coupons that Harris Teeter will take. Okay, and Jessica says I get 10 inserts, but it's probably overkill. However, I'm always sad when I don't have enough for a super awesome deal. So it probably is a little overkill. You know, I'm mentioning that I get 4, but I guess for you, it depends on how many you're getting for 6 weeks. So it really does. It depends on how many your family is using. All you need is enough for 6 weeks, but if that's what you find that you're using, then I guess you could go that high if you want. I would recommend for most people that are trying to save, though, sticking with 2 to get started, because you do have digitals, you do have printables, you do have mobile apps that you're going to pair in as well. None of your mobile apps are going to have a limit that high. So for me, I usually max out at the mobile app, whatever the mobile app limits me on. For example, you guys are probably already realizing I'm not at home right now. We had very unplanned car issues. I think that's usually how most car issues are. And so we're stuck in Georgia, thankfully at my in-laws, who are amazing, until we can figure out how to get home. So being stuck in Georgia, we have a Kroger nearby. That is what's up the road in Richmond Hill. So shout out to anyone that's in the Savannah area, because that's where we are right now. And right now, Kroger has these guys for 49 cents a bag. These are the 8-ounce bags. We needed snacks, we needed some food, so my kids don't get to pick. You get whatever mama has a coupon for, but these are 49 cents. Now, they're 49 cents for 5 of them, because the Checkout 51 offer that you're going to pair in with the sale is a limit of 5. I don't go above. We may need snacks. We're going to get 5 of these, and then we're going to get something else if that's not enough, but you get the idea. So that's for me, it doesn't matter how many inserts I have. I'm really going to max out once the stacking runs out. Once the getting all the offers on top of something runs out, then that's as many as we would have gotten on that, and we'll move on to something else. Which kind of takes me back to another one, trying to remember who it was. So William was saying, you're spending $300 or $400 in the store. So my other thought on that is, how many brands are you super, super loyal to? Because as I mentioned, I'm going to get 5 of these, and then I'm going to get other snacks based on the sales and the coupons that we have. If you're just walking in, and snacks, obviously not everyone's grabbing sugary or you're going to go health or whatever, but if you're just walking in and you're looking for one particular brand, then you really could be missing out on some crazy good deals all over the place because you're looking for a brand. So an example of that that I saw come across in a comment, I saw somebody mention on Palmolive deals recently. Palmolive's on sale everywhere right now. It's crazy cheap that they only buy Dawn. Well, you know what? Folks that have a Lowe's Foods, it's free. Folks that have Publix and Walgreens, 49 cents a bottle, and Walgreens 50 cents a bottle for the big Palmolive dish soap. I get that you may love Dawn, but 49 cents a bottle, that's a pretty sweet deal. So here's your deal in case you're curious as to what I mean by that, because we're stacking offers, and that's just a huge way to really ramp up your savings, is to always, whenever I see, so right here, this guy right here is a Publix store coupon. It's inside this purple flyer right now. Well, it's really outside the purple flyer. It's on the back cover. And it's $2 off 2 Palmolive dish soap. Your first thought when you see this is, can I find a manufacturer's coupon to go with it? Because if I can, this is going to make a great deal. And Publix decided to be sweet, and they put it on sale this week. So it is on sale for $2. You have a $2 off 2 store coupon. And in Sunday's newspaper this past week, we got, or I guess 2 weeks ago now, we got 2 50-cent coupons that you could have used if you got 2 inserts. So grab 2 bottles, use your store coupon, use 2 50-cent coupons from the Sunday paper, and you have 2 bottles for 50 cents. Now, to step this up another bit for some folks, because by the time you get to Publix, this deal ends tomorrow night in some areas. In Florida, that deal ends on Wednesday, depending on when your ad switches. But this deal's been running for a week now. If you head in tomorrow and they don't have any more, get a rain check. So hopefully you've been taking advantage of rain checks. Every grocery store offers them. CVS offers them. You can get them in Walgreens, but they're not going to be as fun as you want them to be. CVS is going to make them a little bit more fun. But you should be getting rain checks. So if you walk in to do, and I'll pop it back up there, if you walk in to do this Palmolive deal and there's none left, just go up to customer service and say, hey, I wanted to buy Palmolive. It's on sale this week and you don't have any more. You are going to get a rain check for the $2 sale price. So for the sale over here. But Publix, for example, and not everybody does this either, but Publix does, has a sweet perk. Because if I go in and I wanted to buy this Palmolive, they don't have any more. The coupons that I would have used on this item, they will still take as long as the rain check is good. So this coupon technically expires next Friday night. Well, it's going to extend that. It's going to extend the Sunday coupon whenever it was set to expire, and I don't know that off the top of my head. But you'll have 30 days from whenever you got that rain check to still get the deal with the coupons, whether they've expired or not, and that is just Publix's policy. Okay, you should get the deal. Now, the Walgreens deal is incredibly similar, doesn't have the store coupon paired in, but does have rewards paired in, and it comes out to 49 cents. So you can decide. It's a penny cheaper in Walgreens. I don't know that that would really make the decision for me. I would just grab it wherever I was. But that's an example of, as soon as I see a store coupon, always pairing in a manufacturer's coupon to go with it. And then remembering that I can go further than that. If I had app offers, if I had, competitor offers, even better, whatever you're going in with, trying to see how many we can stack for sure. Okay, so to jump back, and there's some good questions coming through too, so I don't want to miss your questions. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're seeing everything on my screen. I'll try to go that route. Let's see. To get everybody's questions covered. So Linda says, I've been having a problem with CVS digital coupons, and they don't seem to be showing up at the register after they've been loaded. So Linda, it's not an issue that I have. What I would do is, the easiest thing first off is make sure that the account that you're logging into on CVS.com or through the CVS app is actually linked to the card that you're trying to use in the store. That's usually the most simple issue, but it can happen that you have accidentally created a second account or, by whatever means. So just make sure that you're logged into the correct account. You can go up into the My Settings section and see what card number it is attached to and what phone number it is attached to. Because if you're using your phone in the store or your phone number in the store, that would be part of it. Other than that, you're going to want to just take it up with CVS Corporate and call them, kind of lodge a complaint and tell them that things aren't working and see what they say. But I don't have any other advice if it's not loading. I guess one other thing with digital coupons might be that you're giving it some time. Some stores will tell you need to give it 10 minutes. I don't know that it needs to be that specific, but sometimes if you are trying to load digital store coupons and then check out that fast, they haven't actually loaded in the system. So it could be that you may need to give it a few more minutes than you're giving it at that point. So Anne is asking, does Winn-Dixie take Publix ads? So there is no grocery store that will price match another grocery store, but many of them will take competitor coupons. Now, Winn-Dixie in particular, their policy does not state that they take competitor coupons, but I always recommend that you ask. So no matter the grocery store you're in, really, even if you're in a store that doesn't ever take competitor coupons, just ask. Say, hey, I have this coupon for Palmolive. I'm here. I would like to use it while I'm here instead of making a trip to Publix. Will you take it? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. So just take a second and ask them, and I think you're going to get an answer that you want. And on that note, folks that love Food Lion, I never give Food Lion any minutes, I feel like, but a lot of Food Lions have switched and are now taking competitor coupons. So if anything, I think we're seeing more and more competitor, which is great. And again, is one of those never hurts to ask, because we've got so many stores that are deciding it's definitely something they want to do. So hopefully that will help you too. Oh, and then Tawana is asking, Super Doubles at Harris Teeter. Yes, July 7th. So not this weekend, but next weekend, Tawana. It is almost there. It's going to start on Sunday and run till Tuesday. So the 7th through the 9th, which, by the way, the 9th is also Chick-fil-A Cow Appreciation Day. So I think you should all start your day at Harris Teeter for Super Doubles in your cow costume and then head straight to Chick-fil-A. I mean, can it get any better? Super Doubles and free Chick-fil-A. I don't think so. Okay, so to move on, because we've got some other things, and this goes in with a question. Someone was asking, how do we make a shopping list off of Southern Savers? So you actually have a few different ways to do that, and I will show you what I mean by that. So looking at this is just the main site. You can start up here, and you can find the store that you want from the top of the site. So if we wanted to head to Publix, we can click on Publix. It's going to pull up all the deals that are currently running at Publix, and we can just start to make a list right here. We've got a lot of tabs at the top, so do pay attention to that just so you don't miss it, because this is the current ad that ends tomorrow night, but this is next week's ad that's already up that starts on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. One other thing you can do is actually just go to the best items, which is the $1 or less tab, and you'll see it'll even pull in both ads. We don't want to look at both ads. They're not both going to be running. But we can look at all the top deals across all the lists. When you've got a store like Publix that has 4 or 5 lists on Southern Savers, it can be a lot. So this way you're looking at just the top items. So that's option 1. That is a list that I've already made for you. You come through, I guess I should show you that. You check the boxes next to the items. When I'm done checking the boxes and I have everything that I would put on my shopping list, you can go to the bottom of the list. And there's a box at the bottom that says, and there's a lot of good deals at Publix right now, obviously. There's a box that says create or update your printable shopping list. So I can add things and save it and create a shopping list right there, and it pulls over the things that I have checked to a shopping list. So there are 2 other ways, and you know what, while I'm here, I realized I teach workshops all the time, and I'd never shown people that you could do this in a workshop, so I showed people this weekend for the first time. Let's say that you make a shopping list on Southern Savers, but I didn't have some coupons added in. You can add in any coupons that I missed directly underneath things if you wanted. Search for them and add them. It's using what's in the database, but you can also add your own deals. So we could add Promised Land milk if we wanted, and then I could add in coupons for Promised milk and hit search. And I can sit here and add my own item and coupon my own item directly from the shopping list. Now, the shopping list doesn't know that I'm on a Publix list, so it will show some digital coupons that don't belong to that store, but I can completely type it in and coupon it without having to leave the list for other items. So that's one way to make your own. And then recently, we also just released this feature, which is a way to completely make your own list from scratch. So if you wanted to head to a store that Southern Savers doesn't cover, so I am in the land of IGA, that's up the road. I do not cover IGA. Every single IGA is different, but you could make your own IGA list. You could get out your IGA weekly ad and you could start to type in items. As you add those items here, it will save them, and I'm just going to make it random here, and just let's see, we'll make it a decent price. I can click add, and then once I add it, I can actually go searching for coupons for them as well, and add in any of those that fit, and then make a shopping list from this page as well. So I'll stick that link in on the chat for folks. That is the Public List Maker, which is really like a front-end version of what I use to make the big lists that you look at on Southern Savers. So hopefully that helps if you were wanting kind of a quick walkthrough on how to make lists. And I will tell you this that I'm showing you right here, you do have to have a login to the site. So up here at the very top, it'll say create an account. That is because it's saving your list as you make it. So we did not give anybody the ability to get to this public list page, which you'll find up in the top bar once you're signed in. But you can't get there if you're not signed in, because I don't want you spending an hour and a half building a list just to have it disappear and you yell at me. So this way, you got to log in, it's going to save it, and you're not going to yell at me. And that is going to make me happy. I don't like being yelled at. I don't think any of us do. Okay, so to hit on a few more things in terms of going a little bit more in depth. I talked about knowing store policies, but when we're talking about stacking coupons, there are times that knowing your store policy here is going to be really important. And one example is actually on a deal that I shared just a bit ago on the site. So if you need diapers, there's a huge deal at Walgreens right now on diapers. But it's important that you know how Walgreens handles offers and rebates. And that's where it just kind of comes down to knowing your store policy so that you can truly get the best offers that are there. So to pull this up and show you what I mean, Pampers diapers are 63 cents a pack. It's crazy good price. But I need to know that, first off, there are two deals running. One is that when I buy $40 worth of Pampers, I'm going to get a $10 register reward. And that $40 purchase, I have to hit all 40, so I need to know that about Walgreens. I can't get kind of close. I got to get all the way there. And that 40, I still have to hit that before coupons, but store coupons do not count. Now, I don't mean digital. I mean their store monthly booklet coupons. So if you were heading in and you were going to buy, let's say, $20 worth of facial products, but you had a Walgreens store coupon for $10 off of a $40 purchase, I've got to buy all $40, but that $10 coupon that I'm making up off the top of my head is going to bring you below that as well. So it can get tricky, and I need to know my store policies as to whether my store coupons count before an amount, after an amount, how a rebate's going to work with stacking as well. That's really why I pulled up this Pampers deal. So I need to buy not only enough Pampers, $40 worth of Pampers to get a $10 reward, but I'm also going to aim for $50 worth of P&G items to get a $20 rebate. And I'm going to stack those two together. But I need to know how they're going to play with coupons to be able to do the best job possible. The sweet part about this deal, it ends tomorrow, by the way, because that register reward on Pampers ends tomorrow. But the sweet part about this deal is that it's all digital offers. So you don't even need a Sunday paper. And in the end, once you finish, I need to know how rebates work. So this is a big tip for rebates. We kind of know our store policies, or you'll learn your store policies as to whether it's before coupons or after coupons or before store coupons and all of that. Rebates. First off, huge tip in rebate land. I would highly recommend that you just stay away from rebates. And I was trying to see, I thought I already had it up. There we go. Stay away from rebates that are running and you plan to buy them in CVS. If you are a CVS shopper, let me just go full screen for this guy. If you are a CVS shopper and you wanted to go in and you wanted to do the Benadryl rebate for the $5 gift card back, or you wanted to do another P&G rebate that's running for buy 50 and get 20 back, you are not going to be happy if you do that with a CVS receipt, because they will end up rejecting it. CVS receipts end up showing you what your price paid for each item was after the extra care box now. So it's really hard to submit those. There is one tip I can give you if you want to try, is to have your CVS receipts, still get the paper copy of your receipt in the store, but have your CVS receipts emailed to you as well, because the email version that comes through does not have the price for the item as low as the version that prints in the store. I don't know why they're different, but they are, and you could try to print out the email version and submit that for the rebate. I don't know that it's going to work. I just know that a few of us have been brainstorming it back and forth via email. So if you've had that work, I would love to hear how it worked for you. But personally, I just would kind of give up right now on rebates in CVS. For rebates other places. So this is the rebate that is going along with the Pampers deal that I was just showing you. You buy $50 worth of P&G products and you get a $20 Walgreens gift card back. These types of rebates, especially for P&G, very important that your total always be whatever this spend amount is. So there's ways to work around that. Let's say that you did go in and you wanted to buy the Pampers deal. I bought $50 worth of P&G, but I also threw in some other things. As long as I have $50 worth, I'm actually okay for the rebate. But the big thing that they're going to look at is how much you spend. So if you start to throw in points here, you pay with your balance rewards, or you go below $50 because you use a ton of coupons, not going to get any rebate back. So always think about that. A big tip that I would recommend grocery store wise, let's say that you were going to head in, Publix was running a gift card recently on Pampers as well. So you're going to head into the grocery store, you're wanting to double dip and use these great Ibotta offers that we have on diapers and Checkout 51 offers and take advantage of the gift card deal. Always throw in other groceries. They're not looking at every single thing on your receipt. They're looking at how much the item cost, because you circle the item on your receipt, and they're going to look at the total spent at the bottom. Please just make sure that your total spent equaled what the rebate wanted, and you're good. So just don't go in with that mindset of I'm going to grab these two things. Just get the other things that you plan to get in the grocery store, and you're going to not have any issues with rebates. So many of our rebates are online now, meaning that you're going to take a picture of your receipt and you're going to upload it. This is actually amazing because it means that I can submit one receipt for multiple rebates. And I don't mean multiple to the same rebate, but I mean, let's say you did a Fandango movie reward, you did a gift card deal for Publix, you could do Publix stocking spree, all with the same receipt. Versus 10 years ago, I would have to have gotten multiple receipts. I know some of you guys remember doing that. You would check out in the store and you'd say, hey, can I get a duplicate receipt so that you could submit a second rebate? We don't have to do that, thankfully, with all of these online rebates. Even this Walgreens one that I was just showing you, you submit online. Sweet. Not every P&G rebate is online, by the way, but it is pretty sweet that this one is this Walgreens deal that goes with the Pampers or whatever you wanted to grab in Walgreens for that matter. It doesn't have to be Pampers, but this just makes a really good deal on diapers. To go for it and to do those online rebates. Don't miss them. They're easy. They're so much easier than they used to be in having to mail things in, for sure. Let's see. And Sharon, I think that's, I like, well, someone was answering Sharon. So in terms of figuring out how many inserts to get, someone said, I usually ask myself, will the coupons that I'm going to use cover the cost of the papers that I get? That's huge. If you're going to go and pay for 10 papers, that would be super, super hard to make up for that upfront cost for sure. Okay. Oh, and that's another one. So Miss J says, I don't even buy the paper anymore because I don't find the coupons that are that helpful. I just look out for the weeks that have the P&G. Yeah, if those are the things you're buying, you could totally do it and just avoid the other weeks. What I would recommend if you're on that boat and you're trying to decide is head to Southern Savers again, and I'll show you exactly where to look. But if you are on Southern Savers on the right-hand sidebar, where are we? Sorry, there's the button I wanted. On the right-hand sidebar, you'll see these blue buttons, and click on Sunday Ads. And when you click on Sunday Ads, come on, buddy, it will pull up the most recent posts, but generally the top two, one is the regional variations from each week by city, but the second one is always the preview of what is coming in Sunday's paper. So we load this every Wednesday afternoon so you can get an idea, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all that. You have a big heads up of what is coming in Sunday's paper and all of the coupons that will be in Sunday's paper. And then you can decide. I wouldn't want to miss, there are some other weeks, Miss J, that I wouldn't want to miss. So if Finish is going to put out their $2 off Finish detergent that week, I would want to be there and make sure that we're going to get that insert or some other high values. You just don't, it's hard to just avoid completely every other week, but always look at the preview, and then you can definitely make an educated decision as to what paper you want to get, how many papers you want to get, and definitely if it's a P&G week, to not miss P&G week, which, by the way, P&G week is this coming weekend. So just so you know, to not miss this coming weekend. Oh, and Paige, great question. Sorry, I almost missed it when we were talking Publix rain checks. So if I was to use a digital coupon, how do those work with Publix rain checks? Sadly, digital coupons are just going to die. So if you went in and you wanted to grab it and they didn't have it and you got a rain check, there's no way to hold on to your digital coupon. Once it meets its expiration date, it is going to go away, and there's no way to stop it from going away. So that's one where paper coupons still kind of win over the digital offers for sure, because I can't keep pairing it in after it's expired. It'll be gone. And then Jenny says, is there any way for someone who's new to get caught up on the basics? So yes, if you're trying to get started on all the basics, if you head to the top of Southern Savers, you will see the Learn to Coupon page at the very top of the site. So you can head straight to the Learn to Coupon button that is right about here. I thought I clicked on the home page as I was trying to show you. Or the other place that I would head to, I know you're on Facebook right now, Jenny, but if you head to YouTube and go to youtube.com/Southern Savers, there's a couple just full workshops that I've done. There's a ton of videos there too. That would be a great way to jump in and get started and learn more in depth on the basics. Let's see. And Paige is throwing out there too, as I mentioned, giving some time for your digital coupons. She works at Walgreens and says there's definitely a delay when people try to clip the coupons in the checkout line. It never works. So yeah, kind of doing that before you go to the store, giving it that 10 minutes if you can. That's what some customer service reps are going to tell you. They're kind of making up the time limit on that, but it's probably a safe amount of time for sure. Okay. To dive through, we've got a number of other things to get to too, so I'll still try to get to other questions. Sorry if I haven't gotten to yours yet. Let's see. So in terms of a few other things, there are some exceptions to our 6-week rule that I always tell folks. So we want to buy it when it's on sale, and we want to buy enough of it when it's on sale, and one of them I just mentioned. So as you get started in couponing and you've been doing this a while, you're going to start to see some things that repeat. And one of those, the one I just mentioned, was Finish. And Finish dishwashing detergent. Twice a year, they give us a $2 off coupon. Our stores are really good when that comes out because they put it on sale. They put it on sale, buy one, get one. It is going to make for super cheap detergent. So there are moments that even I will break the 6-week rule because you learn, hey, this only happens twice a year. And so in that boat, I want to get more copies if I can of the $2 off coupon and completely stock up. And we do that. I don't know how many containers we still have left, but probably, talking 8 or so is what I grabbed the last time the $2 coupon was out, and getting very stocked on dishwashing detergent for a while, and then not having to deal with it. Cascade is not going to give you a $2 off coupon anytime soon. So learning those trends for your favorite items and stocking up on them when we see them is an important one. There's not a ton that fit that category. That's a big one for me. But you'll also see some other, rare freebies that'll pop in that are just almost never cheap or never free, or 63-cent diapers for that matter. So if it's something that isn't going to expire, it isn't going to go bad, I would go to it on that. If you want to go past the 6-week rule, you can, or if you want to get some to donate, you can. But that's more of the longer you've been doing this and you start to see things that repeat. But I will mention, if you're brand new and you really don't have an idea of whether or not something is good or is bad, that I would encourage you to come and use the item search that is on Southern Savers as well. So you can type in whatever you're looking for and you can see who has it the cheapest right now. So as you're first getting started and you can't really hold out until Finish releases the next high value coupon, at least you can make sure that you're getting the lowest price on that item right now around town. So that's one, we can all use it, but it's one for folks that are just getting started to not miss for sure. Okay, to get back into questions too, sorry guys, I'm all over the board tonight with everything and trying to make sure I don't miss things and trying to make sure I get through the long list that I'd prepped. Miss J says, 4th of July deals, outdoor furniture, barbecue grills. So here's what I would do. 4th of July, which is this coming week, it doesn't feel like it should be that soon, but it's a week away. It is not barbecue grill time, and it's not necessarily patio furniture deal time, but it is other things. It's still a 3-day weekend, though the 4th falls on a Thursday, so I guess you could call it a 4-day weekend at that point, the way the stores are going to line up their sales. What I would aim for 4th of July is appliances, mattresses, furniture, some entertainment, meaning like TVs and whatnot, but I'd hold off if you could. We will see electronics much cheaper here in just a few more months. We're almost, over the hump, almost to the other half of the year. Barbecue grills and patio furniture, those are more of an item that you want to get on clearance versus on a 4 or 3 day weekend sale. So you're going to see them a little bit on sale now, but you're going to see really good deals if you hold off on those items and you grab them at the end of the summer. So end of the summer for Home Depot and for Lowe's is usually waiting until the beginning of September, and they're going to get significantly marked down. They need to clear out all that area to make room for their huge Halloween displays now, since they push that so hard. So that's when you're going to see the big discounts in those areas. We are already seeing some patio clearance, but not a lot. One exception is always in Target. So Target is already starting to mark down their patio, and we're going to see their patio hit even a bigger clearance in the next few weeks because Target wants to clear out that whole back corner of the store for back to school. So it's all about thinking about when the next thing is going to come into your store in terms of that big display and realizing that stores can be different. So I don't know that I would go for either of those in the next week, but I'd hold out just a little while longer. I also saw Paige, I think it was Paige, mention about laptops. And needing a new laptop, I think was your question, Paige. And that was when I was just kind of skimming through comments really quickly. So if I missed kind of the gist of your question, I'm sorry. But we are almost there. So if you're holding out or you have questions on anything school related, that's what we're going to cover next week, because back to school deals are going to be going big time as soon as July 4th is over. So once July 4th weekend passes, it is officially back to school season, even though that is not where your brain is. And it is the best time of the year to buy any sort of computers or computer peripheral devices. I don't know that I ever pronounced that correctly, but printers, mice, laptops, all of that all fit into that, and some of the best prices that we see, even beating Black Friday for back to school deals. So you're almost there, like 2 weeks, and you can get a computer if you wanted. Let's see. Oh, and Paige, yeah, so the registered award on the Pampers deal, I'm glad you mentioned that. It is funny. I know, especially you're like, wait a second, these don't end on Tuesday. That registered award deal for Pampers, and I'm glad you mentioned it because it is the next thing on our list to hit on, is really a Catalina deal that is nationwide. So if you are not familiar with Catalina deals, this is, and I already had it loaded, but I think I've long closed the page. So if you go to Southern Savers, and at the bottom of the site, so I'm down in the footer, you will see National Catalina deals, and you can click there. These are running usually in all stores, or most, definitely in every Kroger is my goal. But there will be some variation as to where they're running. And Pampers right now is a National Catalina deal that strangely ends tomorrow. So yes, normally all of our deals in Walgreens will run through the end of the week and always end on a Saturday or the end of the month. But this one is a rare exception because it's not actually a Walgreens deal. It's really a Catalina deal, but it's printing it as a $10 register award when it prints. I could go and do the same Pampers deal in Kroger. I could do it in Rite Aid. There's a number of places that $10 Pampers offer is printing. So these deals, again, I went to the footer, the very bottom of Southern Savers, and click on National Catalina deals. And these are the coupons, and I brought in my coupon bag. It's good. Even if you have car troubles and you're stuck in another state, you should always have your coupons with you, right? So these are the coupons that are printing. Let's see if I have an example. Kind of like these guys. They print next to your receipt as you're checking out. So these are just normal old manufacturer's coupons, but it's the same gist of what's printing. A Catalina coupon that prints is good on any purchase. So if I go in and I buy All May Cosmetics or even the Pampers diapers, I'm going to get that $10 coupon. It's good off my next purchase of anything, and that's why, Paige. So you're right. I know you're like, whoa, why would this end on a Tuesday? That's why, because it is a Catalina deal. So, and then also, since I have these out, just to point out, if you are new or maybe you didn't know it, these coupons, they might have a store logo on them. They're really manufacturer's coupons. So all of the ones that print, even Catalina deals that print, if I'm in Kroger and I buy that Pampers deal and I get a $10 off my next purchase, I don't have to use it in Kroger. I can turn around and use that register award, that Kroger Catalina, anywhere that I want to. If it is a true Catalina, so it's just off your next purchase, it'll usually say, thank you for buying Pampers. Here's $10 off your next purchase. Take that into Publix. Take it wherever you want. It is just a $10 coupon. Now these that print, these are off specific products, but again, I don't have to use this in buy low. I can turn around and use this in any store that I want. It has a buy low logo on it, but it is a manufacturer's coupon, so you won't have any issues. Sometimes you'll run into a cashier that flips out because they see the logo, but what I would recommend is that you just say, hey, will you try to scan it and let's just see what happens? You know what's going to happen. It's a manufacturer's coupon, but just get them to scan it and then you'll be good. If you have questions on that too, there's fine print over here in pink on the back, and the fine print, it's kind of hard to see even in this pink, but it says this is valid in the USA, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. There are no buy lows in some of those places. This is good anywhere. It is a manufacturer's coupon. So get two birds there with your question page and knocking out Catalina deals and hitting another one. One other thing that I wanted to hit on in terms of really stacking in the savings is to not forget about your gas rewards, to not forget maybe even about credit card rewards. This is where, I'm not always Dave Ramsey on this one, but we only pay with a credit card every time that we shop. We don't use a debit card. Some of that's just for personal security, but it does mean that every time I'm buying groceries, I am adding to airline miles or Marriott rewards because the goal is to take a vacation and not have to pay for it eventually. Though I could use probably like a Chevy credit card to pay for the car repairs that we're going to have this week. But you get the idea. So if you have to go in and you have to buy the groceries, you might as well get something for them. If your store is running fuel rewards, definitely taking advantage of those fuel rewards, making sure that your car is linked or your card is linked so that you can use it in not just the store's gas station, but other gas stations. So what I mean by that, Kroger, for example, you can use it at Kroger fuel pumps, but you can also use it in some Shell stations or other participating stations in the area. So making sure that I have either that linked with my Shell Fuel Rewards or I have it linked with my phone number so that I can use that in those other pumps. Because the other pumps, you're not going to use your Kroger card to do that. You're going to need to know what your alternate ID is. Lowe's Foods, folks that have that, they are linked with Speedway. Most grocery stores that have a fuel rewards program are linked somehow with that other station. So making sure you're able to use your gas rewards is a huge extra savings and not leaving them on the table. The Publix gas gift card deals, every time they run those, taking advantage of them every time you see that coupon in the front of the ad, not leaving that money behind. It's a considerable savings every time they're running it. Okay, let's see. So Paige says, what if you cannot get the cashier to scan your Catalina? So if I can't, if I'm trying to use my Walgreens $10 register reward in Publix or somewhere else and they won't scan it, I guess you could hold on to it for another store. You could try to elevate it and see if you could get a manager to come out and explain to them this is a manufacturer's coupon. Will they just try to scan it? That's up to you if you want to go that route or not go that route. For me, usually I know that I'm going to be in 2 or 3 other stores and that Catalina is not going to expire for 2 weeks. So if this cashier is going to have a small conniption fit, I will just you know what, we're good. This is not that important to me and I will use it somewhere else. But I really can't remember the last time that I had a cashier that wouldn't scan it. So I think you're going to be okay. It might mean, and not to upset anybody, but there are moments, as we talk about advanced couponing, that paying attention, and if you have other options for cashiers, knowing which cashiers are going to be nicer to check out with and which ones are not. It doesn't mean that you're going to be able to slip something by them. That is not what I'm recommending here. But I will tell you, the teenage boy, he is cheering you on as you scan your coupons versus the much older lady who, in my Publix, is the person who will line up the coupons and match each coupon to each product as she scans it. And 40 minutes later, we have finally finished checking out just for her to comment and say, oh, you really did buy all these things. Like, I tried to tell you that 40 minutes ago. Yeah, so when you see that person always choosing a different line, that might also be a small help too. And I know you don't always have that option. It's going to depend a little bit on your store and how many cashiers are working that day, but you get the idea. It could be an advanced tip for you too, to always kind of pay attention. And Carrie Ann says, couldn't you just always go to self-checkout? You could, Carrie Ann. It's going to depend on your store. Like my buy low, for example, has taped over the coupon slots. So you can't use coupons at the self-checkout. And they have big signs up that you can't use coupons at the self-checkout. I get it. People have taken full advantage of it and ruined it for the rest of us. That's usually how it works. So no, in that boat, self-checkout's not going to work. But if you are in Target, if you're in another store, that is definitely the easiest way to handle it. It's going to take your coupons and it's going to make it a lot easier for you. And Susan's asking a classic question. Which credit card gives you the most perks? So Susan, what I normally recommend for folks with credit cards is to look at what you are primarily wanting the most rewards in. So go brand specific if you can, because they tend to have a higher point to dollar ratio. What I mean by that, like I have a Marriott card. We have Marriott top tier lifetime status because we used to travel so much. Then we got a camper. I can't even tell you the last time we stayed in a hotel. But having that Marriott card and having top tier status means we earn points crazy fast and then earn them even faster using the credit card. Airline wise, if you tend to always travel one airline, so anyone that lives in the Charlotte area, it's an American hub. You know, if you've got a hub in your backyard for one particular airline, I'd probably go with that airline. The other thing that a lot of folks would recommend is going with Chase cards. Chase tends to have a very good, their Chase Unlimited points or whatever their points are called, is a good point to dollar ratio that's good all over the place. So if you aren't going to go brand specific, finding one that has a really good redemption policy with a number of places that you can redeem. So Chase Sapphire is one of the best that's out there. It does require a big spend to get your bonus, or Chase Freedom, which doesn't have any sort of annual fee and still gives you a good bonus to get started too. Could be the way to go. But that's what I would do. Look at where you're already spending the most money and go for the perks where you are. So a shout out to my in-laws. I think it's an LL Bean. They have an LL Bean card and they use it everywhere. But that's all that my father-in-law, that's all the clothes that he likes to wear. So my mother-in-law can get his clothes with all the points from the Bean card because they're off getting their gas and everything else with it. If you're in Kroger all the time, Kroger has a credit card that actually gives you a higher amount of fuel points when you use the Kroger credit card. Well, if I'm already there and I'm using the Kroger card and I'm maxing out my gas rewards, I'd probably use that. Just like I use the Target Red card when I'm checking out in Target to maximize the savings in Target too. So might not be the answer you wanted, but I would look at lots of things before I made the decision. Okay. I think we're almost there. Oh, can you unlink your phone number from Ibotta for Publix? I'm not always getting my credit. So Claudia, I was emailing back and forth with someone about this earlier today too. When you go through in the Ibotta app and you're looking at Publix, it'll just say that your account is connected, but it does not give you any option to unlink your card. And inside your account with settings, there are no other, here we go, connected accounts. There is. Haha, I found it. Okay, so you can, I don't want to pull it up because it's going to show you my passwords for all these things. But if you go to my account, I'll at least give you this little bit. I don't think this is going to give any personal information away here. Where are we? iPhone. So this is under my account. And under my account, second down, you'll see connected accounts. I'm excited. I'm going to have to email back the person that I was emailing earlier today. So under connected accounts, if you click on it, I'm not going to because you'll see all my logins, but you can disconnect. Disconnect is right there. So if you wanted to go back to paper submissions for Publix, if you're tired of waiting the 7 days and you just want to submit the picture of your receipt, you can unlink. For me, I've been getting all of my offers. So the person that I was emailing back and forth with was really, really frustrated, feeling like they were missing out on a lot of offers. I've not had any that haven't gone through. You're just having to wait a while for them to go through. So I'm liking the linked accounts and how simple it is. As long as I've unlocked the offer, that I don't have to pull out receipts and worry about when I get home, that makes me happy. But if you are tired of it and you want to unlink, you can. I'm excited that I could answer your question fully there. I didn't know that before we started. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and Bank of America, someone else is saying is good for cash back. Yes. So Jessica's saying Walmart is also a major hub of coupon fraud because people sparkle and use coupons, or glitter is what a lot of people call it, glittering, use coupons for items that don't qualify just because it'll scan. I agree with you, Jessica. I think that we have to play by the rules. So, even if you see that I've matched up something that's not right, I would like for you to tell me that. My goal is to always make sure that I have matched them incorrectly or matched them correctly. We don't want to use them incorrectly. It only makes our cashiers hate couponers. So going in and getting the items that are correct for the coupon or the correct size for the coupon, that's our goal. So you're going to find some Facebook groups that are out there and they all push glittering, or they'll even say glittering is allowed. Just don't even go there. Don't even know what could or couldn't be done, because it is all wrong. And it really ends up just ruining it. It makes the brands hate couponers. It makes the brands release less coupons. So yay, you got a deal now, but what are you going to do in a year from now when that brand doesn't release coupons anymore? Now, you're just making this harder and harder for yourself. So let's play by the rules. Long story there, but the right answer in the end. Okay, and I agree with you, Jessica. Just leave them. Don't hang around. Don't see what the groups are saying or not saying. And really, it'll just drive me crazy. I end up getting mad, so I have to leave them. Make my blood pressure go sky high. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything on my long list that I had for us to go through as well. I think that we hit everything. There's so much more that we can hit on, and honestly, when you're going advanced really it really just means what don't you currently understand. So for some of you, this may or may not have been anything new, but for others of you, the things that we discussed tonight, you felt like we were all over the board and you're still trying to figure out what in the world the whole concept is about, because this wasn't basics, it wasn't the general gist, it was going through just different things that you could be pairing in together. So again, if you're trying to get started, I would highly recommend that you head over to YouTube and you check out, there's a how to get started couponing video that I just uploaded like 2 days ago. Watching the how to CVS and how to Walgreens, that's going to help you out a lot. And it's going to make all these other things make sense. And Shanna's saying, what is glittering? So glittering, Shanna, is when you're using coupons for items specifically that are not mentioned on that coupon. They just happen to scan. An example that I'm making up but has worked in the past, people have found that there's this $5 off Febreze coupon. It's meant for one type of Febreze, but they're going in and they're using it on a $1 Febreze item. So it's a $4 moneymaker. Well, P&G is the most OCD company that is out there for coupons. So I can guarantee you every store that submitted that Febreze offer for redemption did not get reimbursed for it. P&G is one where they will reject store redemptions because they say that coupons have been cut together, or gang cut is the way that P&G will say it. Boom, they won't pay Kroger for them. Like, it's not Kroger's fault how you cut your coupons or how you didn't cut your coupons. That's the way P&G plays. So when people do that, when they buy the things that do not match up for the coupons, it's really just hurting the store in the end, and sometimes hurting the brands if the brands do reimburse them, but most of the time just hurting the stores, and not really where we need to be. And a lot of times in the small stores, it'll also mean that the cashiers end up getting fired. And that really stinks for them. Like, you got your really great moneymaker Febreze, but you made someone else lose their job. So you can tell this becomes becomes just a soapbox quickly for me, having been at this for so long. In the end, it's totally one where if we play by the rules and we buy the right items and we use the right coupons, you haven't done anything wrong. You've gotten some great deals, but you haven't affected anybody negatively, and that's the way to play it. Okay, so to dive out of this for a bit, next week we are going to cover back to school deals, and back to school deals are going to start really the week after, but it's still a fun one to go ahead and hit and get ready for all the deals, get ready for the price points that we're looking for. I will have a back to school price list for you so you know what is a good price and what isn't as you're doing all of your hunting, and then talk about kind of the best strategy for getting those deals too. So that's the plan for next Monday night, same time, same place. And I will also try to pop in on Wednesday with our deals. I don't know what's going to happen. My goal was to pop in last week with deals as well, but yeah, that's just how life is. And hopefully we'll be home, and we will all be good. But if not, my mother-in-law is an amazing cook, so we could hang here too. But thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I hope that we covered something new. I hope that you learned something new. If I didn't answer your question, feel free to send me a Facebook message or an email. So jenny@southernsavers.com is my email. Either way, I'm happy to answer. Oh, and Chandra saying, I'm confused about the cutting. So what gang cutting means, Chandra, let's see. I have these guys to give you an example. They're 3 Publix, because you make a donation, you get coupons. But in P&G's world, if you were to take your P&G inserts and you line them up page by page, so you got, let's say, 40 inserts, you went crazy and you lined up all the pages and you cut each page together because you had those coupons lined up one under another, they call that being gang cut, and they don't want to pay for it in the end. But hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I am going to pop off now. Thanks for joining me, guys. And I will hopefully jump in with some deals that we found in the store. If anything, I probably will jump in and do another picture version of the deals to get in Walgreens and CVS. I don't know that I'll have time to pop over and do a video in the store since I don't have a car, but I will pop in live and help you grab some of the really great deals running in the drugstores this week. Don't miss the Pampers deal that ends tomorrow, though, that I already mentioned in tonight's video. So you guys have a great week, and hopefully I will be back on and chat with you about some deals later.